I'm better than you. You're wrong and we're right. That's all this is. That's all Fox is, or any media.
Or it's like, oh, that is
That's
not
all it is.
natural. Please don't do that.
Division.
The other thing I want to add.
We're the right ones. You're the wrong ones, and we're better than you. That's the self-righteous spirit. That's the deceiving spirit. I'm right and you're wrong. No, I'll come to the place I'm wrong, and Jesus Christ is my only hope. I am hopeless without Jesus and His righteousness. Hopeless. I'm a sinner, bound for a place called hell without Jesus Christ and His blood. That's all I'm about. God help me, forgive me, teach me to love and have mercy on others. Yeah, we are to call people out. We're to call sin out. That's the struggle. How to love the person and hate the sin. And that takes wisdom. That takes that takes God, and you better listen to Him before you start. Judging spiritually in a spiritual way, because you're gonna have a beam in your eye. Either you judge by the Bible and His Word. In judgment, remember mercy. And if you don't have that, then you got a beam in your eye. Pure and simple. You go about trying to help your brother, and all you see is a speck in his eye, and you got a big old beam in your eye. And that's easy. It's called deception. It's called being deceived. It's called looking at your face in the mirror and then turning away and forgetting what you are, and being self-deceived. That's the biggest deception, when you deceive yourself. We all do it. It's easy to get there. We got to be spiritual to help anyone, even to help ourselves. We have to. It takes God, and anything out of that is the beam in your eye. But I'm no better than anyone. I know what I am. It's by the grace of God that I'm not in hell. It's by the grace of God I've really not hurt anybody. It's by the grace of God that I didn't retaliate when I was abused and when I was hurt. And we all been hurt. We got to forgive. For they who want mercy have to give mercy. If you want forgiveness, you got to give forgiveness. For the measure that's met to you, you got to meet that measure back. The golden rule. It's not easy, folks. It's not. But it's the only way to live. It's the only way to live. And it's easy to say I forgive. It's easy to get the lingo right, the Christian lingo, but you got to change your heart. You got to let God change your heart. Sometimes I love Fox. It's okay, but these people, they're about things that I don't like. But they are who they are. I need to pray for them. All I can do is pray for the media, even Fox, even our president, even America. I don't like prophecy and what God has said about America, folks. It's sad. It scares me. That's why we need to be on our knees and as a nation and as a person and say, God, have mercy on my soul. And that's all we can do. And repent the best we can. We're going to fall. We're not perfect, but we need to agree with God and pray for Him to change our hearts and our minds and renew your thought life and have mercy on others. And don't judge people for their follies and their bondages. Pray for them. Some people are hopeless and helpless. We're held in bondage without Jesus Christ. You're going to be held in bondage without Jesus. He's the only liberator. He's the only one that sets us free. He's the only way. Listen to Jimmy Swagger today. We're a hopeless sinner bound for hell without Jesus Christ and His blood. Period. Only He can set us free. His sacrifice, He became sin that we who knew sin would not know sin. Now listen to that. I think it's in, we got to get that. Justification. Jesus, who knew no sin. Now listen, He knew no sin. He became sin. Not only did He bear sin, He became sin that we who were in sin become righteous. Now, folks, that is the greatest thing that could ever even be told to the history of mankind. From the eons into the eons, that is the greatest act of anything that's ever been done in the history of the universe. It's what Jesus was slain before the foundation of the worlds. God had a plan. You got to get that. God became man and bore the curse, the sins of the whole world, that he could live in you and you could be like him. Now listen to that. Be like Jesus said, as I am, you shall be. Now that blows my mind. That takes faith, and you got to accept what Jesus done. Now that's the greatest story ever be told. And I'm just getting glimpses of it. It'll be told for eternity. We'll know more and more about what has done. God made eternity that we just get to know him. It takes eternity to get to know this God. You'll learn about him forever and ever and his glory, and it'll never be exhausted. God cannot be. You will learn and learn and know and know and know and experience